Sam Scholl, moving over to the basketball program here. Sam Scholl, he was an assistant at San Diego State last year, and he is leaving after 1 year. I guess they made it clear to him when he first signed on with San Diego State after being let go by USD as their head basketball coach. San Diego State made it clear to him like this is like a 1 year deal. And so Sam Scholl now moves on from San Diego State, who just made it to the national championship game, to Montana State, not as the head coach, as an assistant coach. And so some are probably like, why is he doing that? Well, it's because he has a great friend that is the head coach for Montana State. And they have a really good relationship. They watch Seahawks games over at each other's houses together. So when you saw that, and who's the coach, Matt Logie, I think is his name. I think he coached at Point Loma Nazarene, I believe. It made sense why Scholl is going to Montana State. Also on the basketball side of things, San Diego State, they've been recruiting some big men, obviously, because Keyshawn Johnson, he entered the transfer portal. Nathan Mensah, obviously, is not coming back because of eligibility, right? Aguek Arop is not coming back because of eligibility, right? He has gotten his years out. So they've been looking for some big men to replace those guys. One of those guys was Josiah Allick, and he was from New Mexico, or he was at New Mexico last year, and that would have been big for them, and he ended up picking Nebraska. And there's more NIL money there. San Diego State, they get like, the players get, I think, $2,000 a month, men's and women's basketball players from the Mesa Foundation, in exchange for like doing stuff, I think, in the community. That's like nothing compared to what Nebraska, a Big Ten school, right? What those big schools can offer to these players. And that's a disadvantage for San Diego State. It also made sense why Allick picked Lincoln, or Nebraska. He grew up in Lincoln, and his family went to Nebraska, some family members. So I think one of his family members played football there. Another, I think, is on the volleyball team. So it made sense. But yeah, disappointing, obviously, that they can't bring him in. And then Warren Washington, 7 feet tall from Arizona State, transfer. He is being offered $500,000 in NIL that San Diego State can't match. He's visiting TCU. I believe he's visiting Texas Tech this week. So I assume that San Diego State isn't the favorite to land Warren Washington. I don't know what other targets they're going to have, but those were 2 guys that San Diego State was definitely eyeing and trying to get that they might not get. We know they're not going to get at least one, and now they might not get Warren Washington either, which would stink, obviously. But that's just the reality for San Diego State. Like, I know Dutch and the coaching staff, they're still just going to find someone. They're going to find multiple guys that will be able to be good fits for this program. But those were like 2 big talents that we were hearing about. And San Diego State, it's a disadvantage. They just don't have as much NIL money as available to give to these players as other big time schools. That's just the way it is. And unfortunately, Aguek Arop's brother, he died in a car accident this year. I think it was in April. Really, really sucks. But he put up, this was really cool. He put up a GoFundMe to pay for the funeral, obviously, because his family was not obviously financially ready to pay for it because of how how sudden his death happened, Arop's brother. So he put up a GoFundMe, and I believe last time I checked, over $50,000 had been raised for Arop and this funeral. So San Diego State fans or San Diego sports fans or just basketball fans that know of Arop's name now because of March Madness and everything, they definitely showed up and supported him and his family. So that was really, really cool to see.